Pixel Papercraft already has a tutorial actually on making designs. However, I know for me, I would much rather have a video tutorial on it, and just as a side note, most of my designs, the majority of them, is done actually using everything that I've shown you today. So, yeah. For this tutorial's purpose here today, I will be using Ellen Howell's Rebirth Remastered texture pack. It brings Minecraft Earth mobs and a few blocks into vanilla Java. So I really like it, and I think it's really cool. So I'm just going to be using that today. I already got it downloaded though, so I'm just going to close that tab. You can use any texture pack you want for this, but for this tutorial at least, you will be needing to use a texture pack. So just go ahead and get a texture pack. It can be anything. It can be just I guess normal vanilla. Actually, no, it can't really be vanilla. But yeah, just find a texture pack that you like and just kind of go ahead and grab it. And you can, because what I'm doing for this tutorial is I'm making basically a retexture of an already existing model. I think it's a great way to get into making designs. So if you want to actually make a advanced design, then you can go ahead and stay tuned for a part 2 of this. This is kind of going to be like a 3-part series where I show you how to do the basic design tutorial, which is this one. I'll show you how to do a difficult design tutorial where you make it from scratch. And then there's going to be a advanced tutorial which will probably consist of bendable designs. So stay tuned for all of those. Okay, so firstly, you're going to want to download your texture pack. So I already have mine downloaded, actually, so we can just get rid of that. Here it is right here. So next we're just going to want to kind of extract this zip file here. I'm just going to extract all and extract, and it's just going to extract it, because, you know, that's kind of what Windows is supposed to do with zip files. So once it's extracted into here, we can go ahead and delete that zip file. Don't need it. And heading into the resource pack folder here. So you're going to see a few folders that, well, just assets, probably. Then Minecraft, and this is where some or all of the textures are going to be at. All of them should be in one of these folders, if not all of them. So where I usually find the texture files is either, you know, textures. And then under Entity, you can see here that the Snow Golem is here, and the Witch is here, but they're kind of not, this isn't really what they're supposed to look like. So to actually find that, we're going to have to go into Optifine. A lot of custom resource packs, especially 3D ones, use this because it allows you to add, basically, elements onto mobs and blocks and stuff that aren't actually there, but, are actually there. And then I usually find it under SEM or CTN, but this time in this resource pack it's under Random Entity. And here you can see all of the textures. So you can see right over in the right-hand corner here, there's the Clutch Room, and a few different chicken designs here. Then there's the Melon Golem and the Glow Squid. And there's how the witch should properly look, and then there's a bunch of other things here. For this tutorial's sake, I'm just going to take, let's see here, this looks like a pretty nice zombie, so I'm just going to take this zombie, and I'm just going to either cut or copy it. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it into an easy-to-use folder. I'm just using a tutorial folder for, you know, tutorial's sake. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to have to do here is head back over to Pixel Papercraft. That's not the right thing. Head over to Pixel Papercraft, and now we're going to search for the design that we're going to be using. So I did a zombie. It's just a retextured zombie from Minecraft Earth. So we're just going to use a zombie template, or a zombie design. So I'm going to right-click this, save the image as, and go into Tutorial. I'm just going to save it into there. I don't really need to save it as anything, so we're just going to save it as zombie. And it's just going to save. I know, really advanced stuff. Am I right or am I right? Okay, so after that, we're going to need to scale the texture, because if we put this into our photo editor right now, well, not this, but the this. If we put this into our photo editor right now, it's gonna look horrible. So to do that, we're gonna have to go to this website here. You'll find all of these websites in the description below. And this is yellow.cc. So if I type that in, actually, will it just take me here? I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, no, it won't. Okay, but yeah, you can just find it here. So downscaling, we don't need to mess with that. The alignment, we're gonna set the X and Y to its minimum values, and set the alignment to the top left corner. You can show grid, I guess, if you want, but I don't really care about that. So there's two different sizes. I mainly use 1080 by 1080 or 720 by 720. Usually the textures do not need to be bigger or larger than that. So if they do, then you can just go ahead and take the image and put it back into here, but usually it does not need to be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open up that original texture file. And down here is where you're actually going to right click, save the image as, and it's just going to save it to your downloads folder. If we open that up really quick using photos, you can see it is much bigger, and you can see it's actually a little blurred. That means it's bigger, because if it wasn't bigger, then it would just stay the same. But you can see it's pixel perfect image scaling tool. So that's pretty cool. So now, once we're done with that, we can go ahead and head over to Pixlr. Pixlr is an online photo editor, and it's actually got a lot of the same tools that you see in just normal, like, downloaded picture editors, which is really cool, and you literally use it anywhere. So I'm just going to use Playful Pixlr X, because I don't need anything advanced for this. And just to give us ample amount of room, I'm going to do 1920 by 1920. I'm just going to name this Zombie Template Tutorial Design. I know I have so many good adjectives. Leave the background off because you want this to be translucent. Now you got a very, not very big, but relatively big square that you can work with. And now we're going to take this template here, and we're just going to pop it into the top left corner here. You're going to see those two little angles. If you don't, then over here on the left, set it to 0, 0. And so that's about right. So then we're going to go ahead and open up this. And you can see how much bigger that is than if we were to open, say, the actual thing. Look at how tiny that is. And if we try to scale this up, it would get blurry very quickly. Look at how blurred that gets. So that's why we had to upscale it. So this is a case where you probably could have done 720 by 720, but you know, you learn. So I like to usually use the head. So I'm just gonna quickly bring that over here, and I know that I'm gonna need to shrink that a good amount. So the textures and the designs aren't always the same. They're usually not the same, so that's why you kind of gotta fiddle with it a little bit. The bottom of the head here for the zombie is actually this right here, so it's not perfect, but you can just kind of match it up pixel-wise, see if that kind of matches up well. Okay, we still need a little bit more, actually, a good amount more. So just kind of play with it until you get a pretty close approximation pixel-wise. You can also use like the body or the arms, I guess, but I just like using, I don't know, I just like using anything. It doesn't really matter to me. Why is this like taking so long? Oh, I think we got it. Okay, a little bit less, maybe 510. How's that looking? Okay, a little bit less, 505. Nope, a little bit more. This is one of the more tedious parts. Alright, and one more, 508. That looks actually extremely perfect. So I'm just going to snap this back to the top left, 0, 0. And I'll just put this in the center and a little bit to the side. Then we can just go ahead and save this, and make sure you're saving it as a PNG. We'll go ahead and download that, and now we are basically done with the browser section of the model, at least for now. I do know that on Pixel Papercraft's like design tutorial thing, it says to use GIMP or Paint.net. They recommend to do that. But again, this is my tutorial, so I use Pixlr and I use Paint 3D. If you want to, you can just go ahead and follow all of this. I mean, this is a good tutorial now. I just wanted to make my own like version of it, so like using a video using YouTube format. So we're basically done online here, so we're just gonna go ahead and open up our folder here in just a sec. Okay, so now we have ourselves a properly scaled zombie texture with our template. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually delete both of these files for now. We just go ahead and right-click this and select Edit with Paint 3D. Now, Paint 3D comes pre-installed on, I think, almost every Windows device/computer there is. So if you don't have it, then I'll leave a link to it in the description, and you can just go ahead and open that up, and I guess just like drag a drop or something. I don't know how it works if it's not pre-installed, but if it is pre-installed, I know for sure that you can just right-click and edit with Paint 3D. So we're just going to right-click and edit with Paint 3D. So Paint 3D, I like it because the selection tool is by far the best I've seen. It's not like a Marquee tool, it's like an actual like select tool, and the actual it doesn't deal with any layers or anything, so I really like it for making designs. So to make the designs, basically what you're doing, it's really simple. You're taking each of these pieces here on the texture, okay, like this for example. I'm going to take this and just throw it down over there. Now you can see I actually did that perfectly first try there, so I don't know what's gotten into me. But if you see over here, let's take for example the head, which is what I'm going to currently work on right now. So the head, what it's doing here, you got the top, bottom, two sides, one side, face. So you can see that is actually exactly how the texture is. This is for the case for most models, and that's why Minecraft is such a good papercraft platform, or like a papercraft genre, I guess. But the only difference is the bottom of the head is right next to the top of the head, and under the top of the head is the face. There's no dividers in here, like or fold lines like there is on designs that sometimes have them, or like an outline of these dotted things. If you want, you can go ahead and make a selection just with your left click. You can go ahead and copy that, and then you can go ahead and add that, paste it, then you can just go ahead and drag that onto there. However, it's gonna look kind of weird because it's like, you know, not translucent, so you'll have to go in with your eraser and like get rid of that. So it's really that's time consuming. If you want, you can do it. I don't usually do it. So just move this top head piece. Go ahead and use the arrow keys on your keyboard. It's a lot more precise. Like, I mean, a lot more. And you're just going to want to line it up here with the rest of the head. Then you can press the down arrow and slowly but surely move that sucker into place. I know that for some textures, the actual orientation of it does not stay the same, so you might need to click one of these pieces to rotate it, but most of the time it's okay, and besides the bottom of like a piece isn't really that important anyway. So once you got that done, okay, you're literally done with that piece. You can go ahead and just drag that over by where the head is, okay? Drag that in there, and if you scaled it properly during the first step, you literally have one piece done. Look at how easy that is, and make sure you Control S on your keyboard and it'll save for you. Make sure you do that, especially after you place each piece. So literally, say for example, I was going to do this leg, okay? Let's say I was going to do this leg. Take this, okay? I don't, no, hold on. Hold on. No, no. Okay, there, yep. Move this over here, right? Line it up. Go down to the bottom of the texture here. And once it's down there, I can just click off of that. And if I wanted to get a little fancy, I can delete this kind of fuzzy stuff around the edges so it looks uniform. Like, nope, not like that. More like more like that. There you go. And that's actually still not good. If you make a mistake and it's kind of like hard to do, then you can just go like this and zoom, and look at that, already looking very fine. And then I'm just gonna delete this piece here too, so it's uniform. Then we can go ahead and paste that because both of these looks pretty similar, and I don't really want to make another thing for that. So we're just gonna go ahead, literally as easy as dropping it into here. And if it doesn't match up properly, that happens for some designs. I know, it's really weird. You can just kind of go ahead and make it a little bit wider. And sometimes this works well, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it'll work fine. And a little too much. Maybe like that, and then like that. Okay, that looks perfect. So there's one leg done, right? And then I'm just gonna copy and paste that. I'm just gonna move it to the other side, right where this other leg is. Gonna flip it maybe, just so it's flipped. If you want to get, you want to get really crazy, bud, then you can go ahead and do this leg. But you know, saves a little bit of work. It's not that important. But you know, that's literally the entire design process in a nutshell. So yeah, literally, that's basically it to making the design. I would do the same exact thing for the body. Just take this, put it to the bottom there. Take that, throw it onto there. I mean, not like that though. Literally, that's about it. And it's that easy. So once you're done, it should look like something like this. And I just went ahead and deleted everything on this side, which was for the actual texture. So now we got basically this zombie looking thing over here. One thing that I'm sorry that I can't do because of this tutorial, it has a bit of a limit to it. This texture over here for the arm is actually meant to be kind of bigger, kind of like that, kind of more wide, and have it be like offset kind of. So actually, hold on a sec here. Go ahead and just kind of warp this a little bit to make it a little bit thicker, while not compromising the design too much. And we can go ahead and just there. We can go ahead and do that, and then over here, I'm just gonna copy this because this is part of the design how it is, and we can just throw that right onto there. See, this is where the arrow keys come in. Just put that right there. And these right here, you can just delete. No. You can just kind of paint over here. Just like that. I'm just gonna paint this here over as well. Okay, good. And then right here, go ahead and get rid of that, and then top of that, got a little bit of this here, and just get rid of that there. That's looking pretty darn good. I'm just gonna save real quick here, and this is where you can get pretty fancy and add your own personal touches to this. So I know that for me, I'm going to be taking this and putting it up here because I like to condense these designs as much as I can. Maybe throw that over there. And I could take this and still can't. Okay, hold on a sec here. Whoops, I don't want the text in there. That should be good. I'm just gonna throw that over there, and then I can grab this, throw that over there. Don't worry about these like blank spaces. We're gonna fix that in a minute here, and I want this to kind of be centered, so I can just kind of go like that. then I could go ahead and take this and rotate it a little bit. Maybe go like, yeah, I don't know if I like that. Here, I'll just take one leg, and I can throw that there. And I can take this other leg and make a small selection around it. Then I can throw that right there and symmetrically line it up. That's perfect. Okay, so now that you got everything kind of aligned like I do here. Perfect. Make sure you also leave a bit of a margin here between the edge of where the paper is going to be and the like the edge, like but between keep a space between the design and the edge of the paper, because the margins on a piece of paper, there is going to be some margins there. So we're just gonna go ahead and make sure you have everything saved, and you're gonna click over here on canvas, and it's gonna have these little boxes around. You can also go ahead and do like crop the canvas as well, but this is a little bit easier here. You can click crop up there, because we're gonna need to go to this anyway. Go ahead and make a OK selection there, and make sure you do an OK selection. I didn't just say that because I messed up. Then you're gonna want to zoom in a good amount, a really good amount, and go as perfect as you can. That looks pretty darn good to me. And you can see here, the 600 by 900, that is exactly the same size as we had before. And you can turn transparent canvas off, so now it fills in all of those white gaps, which is exactly what we wanted. And now I can go ahead and save this one final time. We can actually close out of here. Go ahead and toggle home and just open image, and we can create a new layer. I mean, not create a new layer, just create a new thing here. So here you can see basically the tutorial, the thing we just made. So what I like to do is I like to add my own little logo and a bit of, you know, kind of my own little spin on it. So this is an old actual Pixel Papercraft logo down here, so it actually makes sense for me to do this anyway. So I'm just going to snap this to the bottom here, and you can see if we zoom in and then scroll down a little bit, it's just a really simple little logo of me with my name on there. Well, not my name, my YouTube channel link, and then Pixel Papercraft, the new like not new but like actual thing. And then we can go ahead and add some new text here. It's kind of blank right now, but if I like scroll it up, you can see it's just white. So I'm just gonna give this design a name, and I actually don't know what the design's name is. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it's called a Lobber Zombie, so my bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in here for a title, Lobber Zombie, and then since this is Minecraft Earth, and the people might think this is actually coming to Minecraft, we're just gonna add that Minecraft Earth in here. And I like orange. I mean, this is completely up to you, obviously. And size, we're gonna just shrink this a lot. So let's start with 40. That's even too much. Maybe 30. Looks okay here. 30. Yeah, 30 is pretty good. Maybe 25. Yeah, that's good. Perfect, actually. Okay, and then I'm just going to change the font here because I like, I guess this, and I'm actually going to need to shrink this now to like 18, 17, 16. Okay, and so now we got a nice little title, we got our design, a little logo, maybe a, you know, a little quick advertisement down there. And now the last thing that you might want to do is add a image of the, not of the design, but like of how it's supposed to look, just so people can use that as a reference while making it, if you're not making a tutorial, like I'm sure most of you are not. So we're just going to add a new image layer, and we can go ahead and head into tutorial. There's the Lobber Zombie there, and that's actually a pretty good size for this? Yeah, we can just go ahead and throw them in the center there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good if I do say so myself. So yeah, that's basically it for the actual tutorial, and now I'm just going to kind of you can just download it now, and we can go ahead over to Pixel Papercraft and actually go ahead and well, first we can log in, and we can just upload a design. This was called a lobber. Whoops. Lobber zombie. Now I'll just add a quick Minecraft Earth exclusive in there, just for good measure. Go ahead and add a description or anything on that, and just for a quick photo, we can throw that in. And for the design, we're going to want to throw in the one that we just got from Pixlr. Then we could just go ahead and upload it. And oh, that's kind of, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Let me just go ahead and do this actually. Yep, I'm very unstable, I know, right? Okay. Go ahead and throw this in. Nope. Throw that in. And then throw this in. Just upload it. Okay, there we go. We got our first submission, or your first submission to Pixel Papercraft, and it's looking pretty professional and pretty good. Now, the only step left for you to do is actually make the design yourself. Go print this out. Right-click this, or you can just Control-P that, and it'll print it. And so, yeah, I mean, printing it and actually, like, making the model is probably the longest and most tedious part, because it's actually making the model, you know? So go ahead and do that, and then you can go ahead and head back to your submission page, and you can just go ahead and edit the design, and then add another photo here, and then you can remove that one, and then it will be approved by the Pixel Papercraft admin. So that's basically it for this tutorial, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more stuff like this kind of tutorial, less just papercrafty stuff, then yeah, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say except have a great rest of your day and stay safe out there, everyone. Anyway, bye for now.